In the world of chess, there is a name that shines with brilliance and unmatched skill: Magnus Carlsen. Considered one of the greatest chess players in history, Carlsen's chess journey serves as an example of unwavering passion and exceptional talent. Carlsen's influence reaches beyond traditional chess competitions. He's also involved in online chess games, engaging in blitz chess streaming to bring the game closer to enthusiasts around the world. With his charismatic personality and strategic genius, Carlsen has effortlessly popularized chess, captivating audiences with his mesmerizing moves and razor-sharp calculations. Today, we will explore an extraordinary online game featuring Magnus Carlsen, the 5-time world champion, facing an unexpected opponent named Alexander, who has a rating of 2118. Little did Carlsen know that his opponent was armed with a formidable chess engine. This sets the stage for an exciting encounter between Carlsen and a computer. The chess community is filled with anticipation and curiosity as Magnus Carlsen strives to uncover the true nature of his opponent and establish his undeniable superiority. As we bear witness to this extraordinary battle, we will look into the depths of Carlsen's unparalleled chess skills, exploring his gameplay techniques and the sheer brilliance that has made him an iconic figure in the chess world. Get ready for a captivating clash that showcases Magnus Carlsen's unwavering spirit as he squares off against the cunning mind of Alexander, aided by a chess engine. The game begins with Magnus opening with his knight to f3, attempting a new opening. Alexander responds with pawn to f5. Magnus plays pawn to d3, recalling about games he played during his childhood with the same variation. Alexander plays knight to f6, making a normal development. However, Magnus feels that this move is incorrect as it would lead to quick development for white after pawn to e4. After Magnus plays pawn to e4, the pawns are traded on e4, and Alexander gains an extra pawn. Magnus develops his bishop, attacking the e4 knight, and Alexander defends the knight by playing pawn to d5. Magnus swiftly trades the minor piece on e4, and then trades the queen on d8. Magnus now plays knight to g5, attacking the e4 pawn and threatening a fork on the f7 square. Magnus appears happy with his position, as his pieces will now develop quickly compared to black's pieces. In the next few moves, Magnus develops his knight and bishop without capturing the e4 pawn, believing he has a superior position. After Magnus develops his bishop to f4, Alexander plays knight to c6, causing Magnus to feel that his opponent is not showing him enough respect. After carefully considering the knight to d5 variation, Magnus decides to castle long. With Alexander playing pawn to e5, attacking the f4 bishop, Magnus admits that playing bishop to f4 was a poor move on his part, as it now helps Alexander to quickly develop his pieces. Alexander develops his bishop to e7, attacking the knight, and Magnus captures the e4 pawn. He feels he has the upper hand in this position since black no longer has castling rights. On the other hand, if black still had castling rights, Magnus believes the game would be equal. After a few routine moves, Magnus apologizes to the audience watching the game, acknowledging that there is not enough excitement on the board and predicting a dull endgame. In the subsequent moves, both players activate their pieces and Alexander seems to have a decent position. With not much at stake, Carlsen reroutes his knight to f2 and then to d3, attacking the e5 pawn. Alexander trades the minor pieces on d3. After doubling the rooks on the d-file, Magnus realizes that Alexander is playing remarkably well for his rating, unaware that he is actually playing against a chess engine. The rooks are traded and a minor piece on c3 is also exchanged, leading to an endgame with a rook and a minor piece for each player, along with 6 pawns. Even in the endgame, the 5-time world champion struggles to gain any initiative and realizes that it will be a long game. Carlsen acknowledges that his bishop is passive compared to Alexander's knight, and hopes to transition into a rook ending to seek some advantage. Meanwhile, Alexander has brought his knight towards the center of the board, leaving Carlsen with minimal chances of winning. Despite several tactical maneuvers in the endgame, a part of the game where Magnus Carlsen generally excels, Carlsen fails to gain any significant advantage. However, he manages to defeat Alexander on time and appreciates his opponent's fighting spirit throughout the game. In the end, Magnus Carlsen emerges as the winner, but solely due to time constraints, as he could not establish a significant advantage on the board after the opening. This gripping encounter between Magnus Carlsen and Alexander, armed with a chess engine, showcases Carlsen's spirit and determination even in challenging situations. Carlsen may have expected to win the game with ease, but he had to fight hard against an opponent who used a chess engine to compete.